Hello people of YouTube. This is just a quick informal little demo video that I'm making during my lunch break from work. Basically showing kind of the self-aligning properties that a magnetic cube possesses and how it self-corrects for overshooting and often undershooting. That the magnets draw the pieces into position. And there's been a lot of questions like, well, what do they feel like? How much effort does it take to move it? So let me kind of address that. What you will feel is not necessarily so much a bump right at this place as it feels like an indentation. There just seems like a little soft little indentation, and then once you move it past that, it's perfectly smooth. And then as you get to this point, it just draws into position. Very little force needed, really. Now I might mention that as you're moving aside, you're engaging the movement of 4 magnets, 1 in each corner. As you do an M slice, you're engaging the movement of 8 magnets. There's a magnet on each side inside the edge piece. Magnet here. So as you do a slice, you're engaging the movement of 8 magnets. So this takes twice the amount of effort as this. That's just something I need to point out. And I also want to just demonstrate, like I said, its self-aligning properties, how it just kind of basically clicks into position. I don't want to say lock, because lock would mean like, you know, that it's like a permanent feel. But it's just a real natural feeling that's really nice. This particular cube I have set on moderate tensions. I think with a magnetic cube, you really need to kind of have them loose because the magnets are kind of hold it. But you know, you need to, you know, there's a I guess what I'm trying to say, there's a compromise. There is a point where it can be too loose. You just have to find that. You know, that's personal anyway. Oh, and one thing before I head on to something else, I want to show you another cube. Because of the magnets, see how perfectly squared off this is? It's just, the magnets make the cube stay in its cube-like nature constantly. I mean, it always maintains its cube shape. Nothing wrong with the regular Weilong GTS, but look at this. It's just kind of droopy. I mean, poor little thing. But see, and actually I feel that, see, this kind of, you know what, this right there, getting past that little point, actually I just felt that in my hands, takes more effort than engaging the magnets. So that's something worth pointing out. Anyway, so you know, you see a regular Weilong GTS, and look at this one. I just finished this one. Call me crazy. I'm totally convinced that this primary plastic is better than black plastic. This cube is absolutely flawless. The best cube I've ever seen in my entire life. It requires less effort than that first one I just showed you. It's just so smooth. It's just crazy. And this one is actually set on a little looser tensioning. Basically what I did was inserted the axial screw into the core, backed it out. You know, if you look at the screw, you'll see there's, you know, certain amount of threads, then there's a certain amount of blank spot, and then there's this little collar. This one, as it's adjusted right now, is where the collar is flush with the end of the core. But look at this. This is what I want to show you, is just how the cubes self-align. If you overshoot, see, did you see it draw it back? It's drawing it back. If I undershoot, often it will pull it back into position. Now, you know, it's not going to correct for, you know, anything over that, but as you're using it, you'll definitely feel that you'll look down sometimes as you're solving, and you'll see like it just slide into place, and it's the coolest feeling, really. So this is just a short little informal video. I wanted to have something with movement. I'm sorry, I apologize for all the pictures in the tutorial. Just not really set up for much video. I mean, there are YouTubers that do much more better material than this. That's why I keep emphasizing this is an informal video. But I just wanted to show, because there's been a lot of questions like, well, how much pull, you know, or how much force does it take to engage? And hopefully this is showing that it doesn't, you know, this is so loose. It's okay. So here's a regular, see? Same effort. My hands are really tired. I work on band instruments all day long. So if you see them shaky and stuff, it's just from fatigue. That, and I'm kind of old. I'm an old dude. You get kind of shaky as you get old. This is not the magnetic one. This is a regular Weilong GTS. I like putting dark blue and this cooler orange on there. But okay, going back to the Illusion. Less amount of effort. Less amount of effort. Okay, this is the amount that I'm going to now apply here. See? So honestly, I think it takes less amount of effort to operate this one. I don't know if it's the plastic, the tensions, but this cube is superior to anything I've ever seen. This cube is pretty darn nice. A regular black Weilong GTS that has magnets. Oh, did you see it kind of pull it into place? There it goes. See that with the undershooting? Ah, it's such a cool sensation. This is the lighter, snappier one. Oh, jeez. I'm not a speed cuber. I'm an old-time cuber that's just recently returned to cubing a few months ago. I'm like, are you serious? People are Rubik's cubing? So, yeah, I didn't know it had this big resurgence of popularity. So, I'm just kind of stoked about it, honestly. I love cubes. So, this is my latest one. Again, kind of recap. The magnets keep it in its cube-like nature constantly. It helps line things up. It helps with undershooting, that it draws it into position. Helps with overshooting, that it draws things back into position. Requires a little more force to do M slices because you're engaging twice the amount of magnets. I'm convinced the primary plastic is superior to black plastic, but that's me. Your mileage may vary, but, and honestly, this is set at about the same expansion. I used a caliper to measure it. You know, they're both at just under 2.5 inches spread out across here. This is a standard Weilong with magnets. What I mean standard is black. And finally, a standard Weilong GTS. Oh, look at that. I'm undershooting because I'm used to the... That's crazy. So does that demonstrate? See, it takes less effort, honestly. Less effort, people. If that didn't prove it, then see, that's the amount of amount of effort that I'm using on the magnetic one. So I'm undershooting constantly here because I'm just using that kind of movement on this cube. Cool, isn't it? All right, I'll see you later. I got to get back to work. I'm going to get in trouble. See you later, guys. Bye.